Hello and welcome to the Astrology forecast of week 40. The month of October kicks off the start of eclipse season, which will be the first we've had in Libra since 2004, but we'll get to that in the coming weeks. On October 2, we have Mercury in Virgo opposition Neptune in Pisces. And before we get into this aspect, it's best to quickly recap September 29 full moon in Aries. And why is that? Well, it was just last week for one, and even though Libra season is a time of great blessings and positive transformations, if we haven't integrated our truth relative to our last 6 months assessment and what we are stepping into, we are likely to feel put off today. That's why you have Friday's affirmation, which I'll link above and in the comments. Oppositions are always formed between zodiac signs that are friendly towards each other, earth and water signs, or fire and air signs, and also have the same modality, so either mutable, fixed, or cardinal. This makes this opposition weird because despite the zodiac signs sharing many similarities, they act in ways that are contrary to each other. So, for example, if under the recent full moon you considered being the architect of your destiny, guided by the fire of Aries to fearlessly create your own path, today may bring a communication challenge with the self. Given Neptune in Pisces tends to blur boundaries and can lead to vague or dreamy communication, this can result in misunderstandings or difficulty expressing ourselves clearly. Neptune's influence creates this mental fog or cloudiness that makes it challenging to think rationally and logically, especially as our thoughts and emotions over the past few days have been more influenced by the full moon in Aries. Psychologist Leon Festinger has a theory that posits that when individuals hold conflicting beliefs or attitudes, we experience psychological discomfort. We may encounter this cognitive dissonance when our clear, practical thoughts clash with vague or idealistic perceptions. This dissonance can lead to second-guessing as a way to mitigate the conflict and reduce discomfort.
So tell me about yourself.
It's most likely easiest to sit with these emotions over the next few days, and once identified, ask yourself, where is this feeling in my body? Where am I holding tension? What does it look like? What color is it? How does this process feel? Because on Wednesday, everything becomes clear and balanced again, as we will explore in a moment.
If you subscribe, I won't tell anyone your secrets.
The last couple of days' confusion makes sense now as Mercury enters Libra on the 4th, where it will stay until October the 21st. Mercury in Libra encourages balanced, harmonious, and thoughtful communication, but it's not with others, it's with ourselves. Under Mercury in Libra, our thoughts are often geared toward considering multiple perspectives and finding equitable solutions to issues. Mercury's primary role was that of messenger, tasked with delivering messages and commands from the gods of Mount Olympus to us mere mortals on Earth.
Ask the mortals to make me a cheeseburger.
Under this aspect, Libra is about the we from a holistic point of view, as opposed to our previous Aries thoughts being solely about feeding the ego me. When combined, Libra's influence encourages a desire for pleasant interactions with our holistic sense of we. It promotes this idea of fair play with our thoughts, So when we take the previous opposition's confusion, we can now bridge the gap between Virgo's analytical thinking and Pisces' idealism. We will likely see the folly of situational thinking where clarity seems elusive. What I would say is, while Mercury in Libra promotes this balanced thinking, it doesn't completely eliminate the opposition's influence. We still need to be cautious about getting lost in idealistic or confusing thoughts, but on the whole, you'll likely see more clarity by seeking diplomacy with yourself and coming to some common ground related to any unfounded fears.
Subscribe now, or Mighty Zeus will release the Kraken.
You'll see by the end of the week, the early confusion, the midweek balance, all make sense on Friday when we have a last quarter moon in Cancer. The last quarter moons are about 7 days after a full moon, and from Earth we see it as half lit. However, we only see 1/4 of the moon because the rest of the lit path is on the far side where we can't see it. It's a time to release and let go of any negativity or things you no longer need, that which is not working. So find yourself in a quiet place, either sitting or lying. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and center yourself in this moment. I embrace the energy of the last quarter moon, a time of transition and completion. As the new month begins, I take a close look at my goals and aspirations. I observe what truly supports me on my journey and what hinders my progress. If it uplifts me, I celebrate its presence. Things that do not serve my path, I release with gratitude. I understand that I am responsible for my actions and choices. I understand. If I've made mistakes, I acknowledge them, own them, and make amends. By doing so, I invite positive karma into my life. Now is the moment to complete jobs and fulfill my goals. I have been steadily moving toward the finish line since the full moon, and it is time to cross it. I remind myself that it is more than achieving temporary goals, but also about embracing lasting change. I commit to improving my lifestyle and making my dreams a daily reality. In this phase of transition, I am open to change. I take the opportunity to enhance my presence, detoxing my body and soul, and shedding toxic influences that weigh me down. With each passing moment, I move closer to my authentic self and my dreams. I am in control of my destiny, and I am determined to make it extraordinary. Take another deep breath, and when you're ready, exhale. open your eyes, feeling empowered and ready to embrace the positive change ahead. So that brings us to the end of week 40. Just remember to like and subscribe. Cheers.